Namaste, dear yogis. Welcome to join me on this short and efficient evening yoga class, a class that will help you to get rid of any bit of attention from the day, a class that is short enough for you to get your yoga practice but still have time to enjoy your night at home with friends or family or by yourself in the beautiful glory of peace, inner peace. So let's get started. Hop on your mat and we're gonna move straight into tabletop position and go from there. Good. So when you're ready, just move into your tabletop position and stack your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees hip width apart. Lovely. And we're going to just start by feeling our body and feeling our spine. We're going to circle our spine, so you're going to go down and to the right and up and over to the left and down again. So just circle your belly around and change directions, moving over to the opposite way. Good. Come back to the center. And then inhale, take a cow pose. Lift your heart, lift your tailbone. As you exhale, round your spine. You can even bring your shoulder slightly over your wrist. Inhaling again. Lift your chest, lift the tailbone. And exhale, round. One last. Inhaling and exhale. Beautiful. Now inhale, lift your chest slightly. As you exhale, push your hips back. Walk the hands a little bit more towards the front. Again, as you inhale, you're going to come over to the front. And as you exhale, push the hips back. One more, inhaling up and exhale back. Now you can open your knees a little bit wider and walking your hands over to your right side for a side stretch, releasing your head down. Inhaling, feeling the length in your left side. All that extra space being created in between your rib cage. So important to stretch those muscles in between your rib cage, and one of the best ways to do it is also deep breathing, like Ujjayi breathing. So we'll talk about that in a different video. Good. And walking your hands over to your left side. Exhaling, bring your head down. Good job. Come back up. Move back to your tabletop position. From here, bring your right leg back. Push the heel away, stretching your calf muscle. Don't collapse into your shoulders. Don't let the belly drop. Keep your supporting muscles, those strong core muscles, active. We're going to step the right foot over to the left and peek over your left shoulder into that right heel. Feeling the stretch in the side of your hip and thigh and waist. Good. And then a big step with your right leg over to the right side of your mat, so just outside the right palm. We're going to bring the hips a little bit more towards the front. You can even slightly kind of like swing front and back, creating space. Good. And moving maybe your leg a little bit more to the front. Allow the hips to sink down. Take a couple of deep breaths here. This is a short class, so we're not gonna spend too much time in the postures, but we wanna get that little bit of a yoga practice into our night, so we feel good about ourselves and we sleep so much better, you know, when the energy can actually flow and we have melted that tightness from our bodies. Now I'm talking again. So left hand is supporting, inhaling, reaching your right arm up, and exhale down. Now we're going to bring the right leg over to our side. We're going to lower ourselves down to our belly. Flex your ankle. You can either release your head down to your hands, or if you want a bit more of a back bend, then come up to your forearms. Good. This way we'll get a bit of a work for the lower back also, all that cartilage in between our vertebrae, getting a nice little exercise. It's very therapeutic for the cartilage. Good. Allow your hips to feel heavy. Good, and then we're going to support with our right hand. We're going to bring the left hand underneath our chest, all the way over to the right, and we're going to rotate into a twist. Good, so lovely twist for our lower back. Open your chest towards the ceiling. What we aim to do is to get that right hand on the floor. So what we don't want to do is that we're going to keep the right knee on the floor and the hand is hanging up here. So allow that knee to lift, just whatever you need to do to get that right arm down. Beautiful. From here, come up all the way to your back. So shift the hips to the center. We're going to hug the right knee into our chest. It's a great way to test your hip mobility. So if you manage to get that knee nicely into your chest, it's all good. If you go to this point that you cannot get any further than just 90 degrees, then there's something wrong. Then you gotta pick a video from my videos that says hip opening. Good. So it's important that the hips can come a little bit closer to the chest than only 90 degrees. Good. Now we're going to bend the left knee, and on an exhalation, lengthen your right leg up. Relax your shoulders. Now if you need here, if you notice that the neck is going to be like this, then bring a block underneath your head or a pillow. So just get yourself nice and comfortable. Shoulders relaxed, back and hips relaxed. Good. Flexing your right ankle, we're going to bring that right foot down to the left thigh. You can either stay here and even gently push that right knee away, or you can hug your left knee into your chest, coming into your reclined pigeon pose. Now opening up those deep muscles in your glutes, those muscles that easily trap the nerves, sciatica nerve. So great stretch. Good. Let's bring that left foot down. Now you can shift your hips slightly over to your right. With the left hand, take a hold from your right foot and start to bring your legs down to your left. Make sure that the right knee is pointing up. So what we want to avoid is that the knee comes into our chest, because then we're going to stretch the same muscle as we did in the previous asana. So now we want to keep that knee pointing up. You can even use your hand and just gently push it away. Good. And you can bring your right arm into, you know, if you look at a clock, then like 10 or 11. So you get a nice chest opening there. You can even challenge and see if you can bring the hand a little bit higher, like 11:30. So yeah. Good. Lovely. And from this pose, we're going to move back onto our belly. So what you're going to do is you can support with your right hand and just gently circle yourself back here with your hands supporting. You're going to lift yourself up and you're going to step into child's pose. And from child's pose, we're going to come back up into our tabletop. Let's press that left foot away. Heel is pressing, calf is stretching, enjoyable. So it's incredibly slippery now outside in Finland. Very dark, very slippery, very wet. So yeah, I can feel that in my calves quite intensely. Lovely. And let's take a step over to the right, looking over our right shoulder into that left heel. Beautiful. And then we're gonna take a big step with our left foot over to the edge of our mat. So you can take just a couple of steps if you need to. Try to get your ankle and your knee in a line. So what we want to avoid is this, you know, this puts quite a lot of pressure onto our joints. So knee and ankle in a line. And again, if you feel like you can a little bit move, creating space. And when you feel comfortable, then stay there. Oh, it's beautiful stretch in this hip flexors. Lovely. Good. And let's take that easy twist. Right palm stays down, and lifting the left arm up. Good. And down. And from here, we're gonna bring that left foot over to the side, knee down, and lower yourself down. Again, you have a choice either to bring your head down to your arms, or you can choose to come up onto your forearms. So see what works for you. Good. Just make sure you enjoy, you feel healing, not like torture or anything like that. You want to heal yourself, you want to create space, and you want to create peace. Lovely. And now your left palm is supporting, right arm underneath your chest, and you're going to come into your spinal twist. Again, aiming to get that right arm down to the floor. You can support with your left hand your knee if you wish, just to get a bit of a deeper stretch. See how you feel. And calm breathing, it helps to calm the mind and the nervous system, and it also helps to get more oxygen into the muscles, creating muscle memory. Good. And from here, we're going to turn onto our back. And we're going to hug that left knee into our chest, lengthen your right leg. And then we're going to bend the right knee on an exhalation, lengthen your left leg up, either interlocking the fingers on top of your thigh or your calf or your ankle, or why not your toes. Relax your shoulders and relax that hip down. So if this happens, allow it to relax and soften down. Your back is relaxed also. Moving into your happy baby pose. So start to push that left knee down just outside your waist towards the armpit. Good, and then bring your left ankle down to your right thigh with your left hand coming in between your legs, interlocking your fingers either on top of your thigh or on top of your shin. So see what feels good for you. Oh, what a lovely stretch. Oh, so good. Just yoga makes me incredibly happy. Just to feel the healing so intensely, it's wonderful. Not only in the body, like physically, but also in the mind. It's amazing. Good. And then release your right foot down. With the right hand, take a hold of your left foot. You can move your hips slightly over to the left, and then start to bring your legs down to your right. Good, moving your right hand over towards the clock table, towards the 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Good, and then again, what we want to do is bring that knee up. That's why it's nice to hold the ankle or the foot, so the foot doesn't start to slide towards the knee. It's easier to keep the knee up. Relax your back, relax your hip. Good, let's come back up. Lovely, and this time we're going to hug the knees in, gently rocking side to side. Beautiful, and we're going to finish off with just a very short butterfly pose. So bringing the soles together, knees to the side. If you do feel like you want to take a longer Shavasana final resting pose after this pose, you can do that. Otherwise, this will be the last pose, and after that we are finished. So you can either have your hands on your belly or by your side, whatever you prefer. See how you go. Good. We'll just take a nice few deep breaths here. Make sure that you're not tensing the core muscle as you're breathing in or out, but allowing the breath to be soft, even though it's a full and deep breathing. You can close your eyes and just enjoy the peace, enjoy the relaxation. How wonderfully this hip opening helps you to release from all this energy from the day, from any bit of a stress reactions or any moments of like anxiety or panic. So just releasing that energy that we don't need to carry with us. Good. With your hands supporting, we're going to bring the knees together. Walk the feet apart and then just gently swing your knees side to side. Good. Come back up and rock yourself into cross-legged seated position. So this was short, it was efficient, time efficient, and also physically and mentally efficient. Thank you so much for taking this little class with me. Have the most beautiful evening. Namaste. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed and you feel a little bit more like free and you feel a little bit more lighter. So I feel good. I do actually feel lovely. So if you do want to continue these little lovely yoga trips with me, then remember to subscribe and like my video and comment if you have any other wishes for this channel and for classes or meditations, anything. Lovely. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.